Whenever I think of challenge, I think of father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and how he turned the challenge of oppression and discrimination in South Africa into an opportunity. He gave political resistance a new name, and he so very rightly said, first they ignore you, then they ridicule you, then they fight with you, and then you win. India and the world today face an unprecedented challenge, a crisis of having been inflicted by a pandemic caused by what is called COVID 19. It has affected us all in many ways. It has caused irreparable destruction, loss of lives. It has taken a toll on our mental health, a toll on economies, and thrown the governments and societies out of gear how to deal with it. It is compelling us to a challenge of economic crisis. But have we succumbed to this? Have we given up and said, okay, whatever happens, we'll see? No, we have not given up. We have not given up at all. We are striving to explore, to experiment, to analyze, and find out a way for this. I'm certain we shall surely overcome. For posterity, 2020 shall be registered as an year when humanity was faced with its worst crisis ever, when human resilience was put to severe strains, when the lines between life and death turned the thinnest ever, when rich and poor alike lived in constant fear and agony, and when lives became fragile and brittle. 2020 shall also go down in annals of the history as a period when humankind rose to the occasion and negotiated to the challenges with gut and gumption. If we look at the evolution of humanity, it is filled with stories of courage, determination, conviction, and humankind's ability of rising to the challenges, our ability to give wings to ourselves, wings to our aspirations, is one of the most defining features. In fact, rising to challenges, I would say, is integral to human beings and part of the way we live and negotiate with our lives, and it should be so always. We all have been witness to see how COVID-19 pandemic has molded our daily lives, how children continue to learn online, examples of how offices ran virtually, examples of how we did not travel, yet our work never stopped, and perhaps the arrival of digital as a single most transformational experience for all of us. COVID-19 has enabled to bridge the gap between physical and digital. It has also increased our awareness about digital technology, not only amongst the youngsters, but also the elderly have resorted to learning skills online and using those digital devices. It has made all of us see the advancements in the health sector and how we as a society have collectively responded to the issue, to the challenge. Sensitizing relationships have become of prime importance. Mental health has become a matter which is being discussed quite often now. Offices have started, doctors on call, and counselings have been made available for employees' welfare and the well-being. Even government organizations at various levels across the states have changed the way in delivery of governance, especially due to the restrictions imposed by COVID-19 protocol. Relentless efforts have been put in by Corona warriors, frontline Corona warriors. If I share about Gurugram, where I was till recently posted, there was a challenge of catering to a multitude of diverse population coming from various parts of the country and having variant needs. There was challenge in the initial time and non-clarity, but as we started working as teams, things also started getting stabilized. Organizations based in Gurugram molded themselves to incorporate resources and measures to deal and help the people during crisis. Gurugram Metropolitan Development Authority, GMDA, transformed its integrated command and control center into a war room for surveillance of the lockdown rules. The objective was not just to monitor the coronavirus lockdown exercises, but also for supporting the other government organizations in the district. For example, the Corporation Food and Civil Supplies Department, Health Department, Police, etc. On the other hand, Gurugram Metropolitan City Bus Limited, GMCBL, adopted some of its buses to mobile grocery shops for supplying essential food items to the local residents, and also mobile sample collection bus for COVID-19 testing for transporting COVID-19 patients and medical teams. Now, if I talk a little bit about my own self, I have experienced many challenges, first as a student, then as becoming a professional and as an IS officer. I come from a small town called Panipat in Haryana. While Haryana has so many positives to its credit, we also have had the issue of being a state which has neglected its girl child, which has been predominantly patriarchal and has had an adverse child sex ratio as per 2011 census. The societal ecosystem expects the females to be predominantly in traditional roles of being a housewife or at the maximum undertake a job which allows them to justify the domestic front fully. Similar was the reality expected for me. But I am thankful and I'm fortunate. I was born to a father who was very progressive and who thought ahead of his time. Our parents allowed us, me and my siblings, the flexibility of choosing a calling of our own. My parents helped me to explore a different real and be a change maker. Their support has been the reason how I challenged the prevailing societal family ecosystems, and I became the first one in the family to have joined civil services. And despite of me being the CS LLB, I shifted from corporate sector to government to serve the nation and society. And I'm also fortunate. My husband and my kids have been very supportive and they understand well my professional compulsions. Since I joined service, I have realized that in real life, most of the times as an administrator, you don't get situations as you expect. And these moments become pillar of your life and you learn to rise above all these challenges. There are a lot of dynamics and equations that ultimately affect our working and decision making. However, rather than giving up, it is always important to stand upright and give your honest efforts with conviction and determination. As my first posting, independent posting in 2010, I was posted as SDM Ambasa in Dhalai district, Tripura. A predominantly tribal village, Maldapara, was one of the remotest villages of subdivision, and there were issues of connectivity through regular intervention of administration. With active support of BSF and youth there, we could mobilize the working of departments like Anganwadi Center, school, PHC, etc. Similar initiatives continued when I was ADM and collector. I am also keen to share the experience of Faridabad city, which is the oldest and the largest municipal corporation of Haryana, where I was posted as commissioner. Faridabad came out with an innovative plan of citizen participation for city development, Sabke Saath Se Shahar Ka Vikas. Under the plan, all the stakeholder representatives of city development, including the industrial associations, the civil society organizations, the RWA school colleges and citizens are being involved to address the needs of the city. Due to the citizen inclusive model, Faridabad was able to take a lead for the implementation amongst all the flagship program of Government of India, including Swachh Bharat Mission. And it was also selected as first city from Haryana under the Smart Cities Mission of Government of India. Many people do ask me whether I feel any prejudice or bias or a challenge as a woman administrator. Is there any inherent discrimination I feel with respect to the role as a male and a female bureaucrat? Well, I would say from my last 12 years of experience in government, there are no such inherent bias against women administrator. But yes, of course, there are certain issues which I would rather say as occupational hazards revolving more around women than men. I feel that still there are certain postings across the states which are considered more appropriately to be headed by women than men. There is always a doubt of the people in the ecosystem around women in the work delivery capabilities and the commitments, compelling women officers to keep on proving themselves constantly. Many a time for lady officers, their career and family life progress is not in tandem and may rather be conflicting or non-harmonious with each other. But it is the act of balance which matters. Nevertheless, as I move, I would like to say that the efforts to bring in gender parity in the society needs to be taken by all. I would like to share few initiatives taken during my postings at Haryana and Tripura. During my posting as SDM Ambasa, Tripura in 2010, on women polling station was set up. During elections to the urban local bodies, SDM and Collector Gomati District Initiative Nandani was adopted, which focused on a collaborative approach under Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan for protection and promotion of welfare of girl child and women in the district. Moving further, I would like to share few instances of the initiatives taken in district Jhajjar, Haryana. Umang Ek Pehel was a convergence initiative between Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, HSRLM, and WCD department to address the issue of dropout of adolescent girls from schools due to issue of menstrual hygiene. The district administration attempted addressing social evils like dowry prohibition, Parda Pratha, reducing female feticide through launch of campaign like Soch Pe Dastak Nari Ki Chaupal Man Ki Baat in Panchayats. Jagriti project was launched in collaboration with UNICEF, with components focusing on gender disparity. From my own example, I can share that I became the first lady CEO of Agartala Municipal Council in 2012, the first lady district magistrate of Gomti District Tripura in 2014, first CEO of Faridabad Smart City Limited in 2016, and first lady CEO of Gurugram Metropolitan City Bus Limited recently. In the end, I have some final words for my very bright young friends present here. Challenges are here to stay. How we choose to look at challenges and failures determine the outcome of our lives. We must learn to study our struggles, failures, and try to overcome them. Whatever profession and career we may choose, please try to help the people around you and contribute to the society and nation development as a responsible citizen. As Swami Vivekananda ji rightly said, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that and do not believe that you are weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Just remember, the gem cannot be polished without frictions, nor a human being be perfected without trials. So do not be afraid of failures. Face them, rise to the challenge. Do not do not limit your challenges. Challenge your own limits. Thank you so much.